What is up, Cinders? Welcome back to Chicken Cindy's. Today we're going to compare a $25 hydration pack to a $100 hydration pack. So as you can see here, we have two hydration packs, and really on paper, they're pretty similar. They both hold about 2 liters of water. They're both backpack style with really not a ton of room in the sense of storage. This one probably has just a little bit more, but feature-wise aside, how different can these really be with this being 4 times as much? We'll start by looking at the Ozark Trail one. You can get this at your local Walmarts for around $25. This one's got quite a bit of water in it right now. I actually bought this because I was going on a bike ride and I forgot my water bottle, and I went to Walmart and I run Fidlock water bottles, so I couldn't just buy a water bottle to throw in the cage, and I saw this. I thought the color and everything looked pretty nice. It's got kind of a mesh material, so it's pretty nice and comfortable. The buckles themselves on both sides for your chest actually slide up and down, which is really nice as well. Whenever you put it on, it really isn't too bad. It's pretty comfortable. It's not super heavy because you're just gonna basically run this with 2 liters of water. That's as much as you can put in this. The actual little nozzle part itself has a lock, which is pretty cool. So if you pull it, that's how it's open. So I'm able to get water that way. When it's down, it's closed. One thing I don't like about this one is the fact that really to hold this, you kind of have to like just put it in one of these loops. You can let it dangle down, that kind of a situation. But realistically, like comfort-wise and stuff, it really doesn't fit and feel too bad. I mean, it's going to fit quite a few people. I mean, you have quite a bit. It's a little bit elastic there. Nothing super crazy, but it is nice that you can adjust this up and down. Let's talk about the pockets. You have a zipper pocket, which, hey, look at that. They evidently have a bike lock in this. So you have a zipper pocket on that side, and then another zipper pocket on this side. So you have 2 pockets that are independent. They do not go through, so they're on top of each other. Easily put some snacks, your cell phone. Any size cell phone is going to fit in these. Evidently, a bike lock. I have no idea why that's in there, but it is. So there's a bike lock you can put in there. So 2 little pockets, both are about cell phone size, a little bit bigger. So nice zippers. They don't feel super crazy. I mean, they're just zippers, so you should be good there. It's Velcroed in the top, the actual hydration pack. So you open it up. The actual bladder is just kind of held in with like this little tag that goes in through that. So then you pull out the hydration pack itself, and not too bad here. It's one of your style that actually has like a screw-on cap. So hope I don't get water all over the place. But you would literally just unscrew this, fill it with water, put it back together, and then throw it back in the bag. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. For $25, it's really not a bad hydration pack at all. Now let's talk about the USWE. On paper, there's a lot of things that are the same. It's 2 liters of water is what you're gonna hold. There's no front pockets like on the Ozark Trail, but you have your top zipper in your main compartment, which is also where your bladder is. But in the top here, it's inside, you have a little side compartment or extra compartment in there, and it's a little snug for a cell phone. If you got like an Ultra or something like that, or a bigger phone, it may not fit. But what I've learned is I'll typically just put my cell phone on top of my bladder, but I also ride in Zoic riding shorts, and they actually have like a cell phone pocket built in. I guess they're technically liners. So a lot of times I put my cell phone in my ride pocket anyhow. It kind of sits on my thigh, which is nice. Really not much storage in this one at all. So you got that little pocket, keys, snacks, that kind of thing is really what you're going to be able to fit in this one. As mentioned, the bladder itself is 2 liters, so it's the same size. You got a little hole here for some headphones. I think most people run Bluetooth headphones, so I mean, I guess it's nice they thought of that, but I don't really think that's a necessary. And then your actual hydration hose will come out the side here. It's got a couple little kind of retaining loops to kind of help keep it in place. And we'll pull the bladder out in a second, but let's put this one on. One of the major differences between this one and that one is just how much more secure this one fits, or just how much more secure this one is. So, and whenever you get it on, I mean, the way it sits on your back, it just feels really nice. It feels very, very secure. Nothing super crazy for holding it, but at least you have a nice little holder here to be able to put your hose in. I used to run a different brand, and it was actually magnetized, which was pretty cool. I loved that. I was able to just go snap, snap, and it was good to go. This little center chest lock is absolutely awesome. I love that. And you have quite a bit of different adjusting straps, top and bottom, to really get like the perfect fit for you. And we'll kind of get into the details a little bit more, but just the way this fits and how nice and snug it is on your body is really, really cool. I love the way that it does that. Now we're gonna take a look at the actual bladder. This one's held in place with a little Velcro strap. So you'd undo that, and you could actually fill in the bag. That's typically what I do, or in the book bag. That's typically how I fill this one. The other one being the unscrew, that's gonna be a lot more difficult to do, but it kind of folds over itself. So you pull this, and then this is the little part I'm talking about that folds over on itself. And then you would open it up, and then you fill your bladder. A lot of times what I do with my hydration packs is I'll fill the bladder before I go on a ride, and I actually shove this in the refrigerator to make it extra cold, and that actually works really, really well. I forgot to mention this. This one does not have a lock or anything of that nature. I've not ran into any issues with this one leaking or anything like that, but you literally, you bite down, and that's how you get the water. That's it. And so there's no fancy lock or anything like that. I used to have one that would leak that didn't have a lock. I've not noticed that with this one. I don't know if they've just improved these. It wasn't this brand, but yeah, I don't know if they've improved these or just changed them, but I've not had any issues with this one leaking. So if that's something you're worried about with the lock, you should be fine in that department. Now that we've gone over kind of the nitty gritty of these two hydration packs and just kind of showed you really how they work and what they function wise and the different amount of storage space they have, what really separates these two bags, or what's the difference besides an extra $75 a little bit more after tax? My personal opinion, the biggest difference is if you are just your everyday average rider and you're not looking to spend a ton of money, this one will suffice. Now, if you're not, you ride a lot more chunky stuff, even jumps, things like that, this one's gonna be a lot better. Let me explain why. Whenever you have this hydration pack on, although it fits pretty nice and it's nice and secure, it'll still bounce around quite a bit. And honestly, it's pretty annoying if you're hitting little jumps, things like that. When you have the USWE on, it's basically, it's stuck to you. So if you're hitting jumps and drops and things like that, this is very secure and in place. And now, I don't know how to explain it sitting down in the sense of like why this is better, but it's just more comfortable. It feels more safe. If you have a 2-liter bag bouncing around on your back, it can kind of mess with you a little bit. And I really like the size of this one. The bag itself is just a little bit smaller, so you don't get as hot as you would with this one. And this one just out on the trail feels better all around. Now, with me saying that, I am not discrediting or saying that this is not a decent hydration pack for the price. I love good deals. I love discounts. If you don't want to spend the extra $75 on this one, this Ozark Trail bag will suffice absolutely fine. Especially, as I mentioned, if you're just your typical rider who gets out and just needs some extra hydration for a long trail ride, this is absolutely fine. Now, if you find yourself riding jumps and things like that, and maybe, bike parks, this one would be a better option, in my opinion. This one doesn't have as much storage as this one in the sense of things that you're going to need or potentially want to carry on you. But this one has a little bit, which will suffice. For me, at the end of the day, I have been very impressed with the USWE, and I really like it a lot. The Ozark Trail for $25 works absolutely fine. For me, though, in this video, I do think this one's better. Even though it's $75 more, I just like the fit and feel better, and I like how it actually is just more attached to me, basically, as I'm riding and biking. So I really give this one a 2 thumbs up, and I'll give this one 1 thumbs up. If you have both of these bags or one of them, let me know what you think. If you have any questions over these that maybe I didn't answer, please put them down in the comments. But other than that, as always, I appreciate you all tuning in, and until next time, everybody take care.